Oh, I forgot my headphones. Yeah. Wait a second. Let me turn up my speaker here. I can hear you well. All right, man. How you been? Hey, you called the other day. What was that about? That I wish I'd had done. It was it wasn't a refusal. It was a a strategic move. oh, I, I would have never dodged tamales. Oh man, you got to do that next time because I forget where I was. I forget where I was. I actually forget where I was. I was doing something and I looked at it and I said, "No, I can't talk right now. This is impossible to talk." But if it had been tamales, you would have put a text and said, "I'm eating tamales right now. You want?" Uh, I would have I would have said, "Kathy, I'm sorry. You're bleeding. Just put pressure on it, and I'll be back." Just wait here. I'll bring you back one. Oh, uh, email him again because God, this is going to be insufferable without. Okay. Oh man. Oh, I'm so tired, man. Oh man. Being with people is exhausting. Oh man. I just had to send out notices the other day saying, "Hey man, I'm still thinking about you. I just don't want to talk to you." Yes. Yeah, yeah. Go visit there, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, damn, you're famous. What is that one thing that you were putting on? It was an interview of you by you had it on last week.
Oh, Aja, hang on a second. Here
Oh
comes
yeah,
Dante.
Asha Project.
Yeah, here comes Dante.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah,
Oh man, you know what? I got to put on my headphones because I don't want to cause any. Uh, oops, not turn it up. What did I do with my headphones?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
man.
you're welcome, man.
Hang on a second.
Oh, here they are. Here are some. All right, let's put them back here.
Oh, there we go. Got you in there now. All right, there we go. I knew I could figure this out. Can you hear me, Dante?
Yeah, sure can.
All right, I can hear you as well. All right, perfect.
Oh,
Good to meet you, Ted.
Nice to meet you as well.
Good to see you around.
Uh, Hang on a second. Let me fiddle with this for a second.
No
All right.
worries.
No, you're all good. I'm just gonna leave it like it is.
All right.
Stick with it. I'm not gonna mess with this anymore. You're in super close up because I got you in a little box. Can you see this? Can you see the feed on the side over there? It should be a place where you can watch the feed on your screen in the green room there, or maybe not. I know there's a place where you can see the chat.
Share screen.
Well, don't share screen.
Nah, I can see both of you guys, but
okay, that's perfect.
I don't see anything. Oh wait, there's a tab. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna freeze up in a little bit. So
you pull that tab out. You can see everything now. And Dante froze up. We have a lot of this.
Yay. All right, I'm not the only one that has cocks. Where the hell is?
I don't know where he went. He's like, I'm leaving.
Hey, Dante, you're not alone.
Okay.
I'll be jumping in and out all day long.
Okay, all right.
What the hell? What am I looking at here?
I also want to let you know that. Well, I'm gonna let Ron introduce you. First, I'm just gonna say to everyone out there, we are live now.
Welcome, everyone. And he popped out again.
Yes.
So that means I am relieved of my introduction.
You're not. Oh, no, you're not. Here he comes. I don't have to do anything. I learned my lesson about not doing things. There we go.
Man, I'm just trying to get some volume on here because, man, these are jacked up headphones I have on. I'd be better off doing sign language.
We can hear you.
You can hear me, but yes. I can't hear me. Hey, who needs to hear what I have to say?
You gotta introduce Dante, man.
I'm going to introduce Dante Walter, who is a San Diego artist. I was honored enough to have Dante buy one of my paintings, Maria, No Make It True, and that was awesome. And that was, I hope I didn't scare you, because I know that you, as soon as I introduced myself to you and we were talking, you sheltered your children away from me and put them out of hearing range.
I gave him the signal. I said 10 feet. So this guy did that
thing. 6 feet isn't enough.
Yeah.
And wear 3 or 4 masks and hide your eyes and ears. I hope I didn't scare you. It reminds me of a story that I had. The first show I had was on Santa Monica Boulevard, and I had gone to the show, and I didn't know the nature of LA gallery scenes. So I didn't know the gallery scenes in LA didn't start until 9, 10 o'clock. I thought, I came from a cow town, 6 o'clock, San Diego. So I had an open bar tab.
Yeah.
So they said, while you're waiting for your show, all drinks are on you, your party. So I commenced. I was feeling so rejected that I said 6 o'clock. No one came to my show. This sucks. So I went to the bartender. I said, "Line them up. I need some Jägermeisters."
Oh.
So I drank about 6. I had about 6 Jägermeisters, and then the crowd started coming in. Well, by that time, I was no longer Ron. I was Wolfman Jack. And there were these Argentine collectors that come to see my work. And I don't know what I said to them, but the woman looked terrified. Okay. And that's all I remember. So
that sounds to me like that would have made for a great show.
Tear down. You haven't had a party until something gets broken.
Yeah, absolutely.
But your work speaks for itself in this.
One second, I got to jump in just for a second.
Go ahead, Ted.
Dante, you ruined the name of the show.
Oh, how's that?
It was Sophie.
It's like I was fading.
I'm sorry.
I know. I was thinking about that.
Dante, I'm giving you back your money.
Okay.
And I want my painting back.
It's a good name. I think the name alone is worth, that much amount of money for sure.
Ain't none of that, though. Anyway, go on, Ron. I'm sorry. I just had to jump that in there because I was like, wait a minute. Dante has a connection to this show. He just doesn't realize it.
How's that? My master plan. Just buy the painting, get on the show. Profit.
Profit.
All right. Yeah. No, how's that? How do you have a connection other than the selling of the painting?
No,
we're not related, are we?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Well, go on, man. Ron, let's talk about Dante's art, because that's what we're here for.
Well, I really am fascinated by your work. The more I looked at the images, when you see them large, it's something else. You see them on Instagram, and it's, you love them. The colors shock you. But the one thing I really like about your drawing, and I call it drawing, is the fact that it feels really familiar. It feels like family.
Cool.
The detail in the work. Once you see it, and it has that shock value, and then as you fall into the colors, you start seeing just a multitude of other little, you start focusing on the elements in the painting, and they almost stand alone as you view the painting, as trying to take the painting in as a whole. I find myself like taking a rest stop at some of these little areas of color and just going, "Whoa, man! Yeah. I did not see that the first time," and that makes an interesting painting.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
it's definitely what I do when I paint. I take rest stops, like you said. Spend more time on one area, and when it's done, move to the next. I like dancing around the canvas. That's why I like large canvases, so I can.
How large are those?
Most of them 48 by 48, 48 by 60.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some 36 by 36.
Yeah, they're good size then.
Do you think about the piece as an entirety before you start working, or after?
No, it's all intuitive, automatic. I go with color. I put on some music, and I play.
Well, like Ron said, it seems like there's drawing in there. So
yeah, no, I have paint pens. I use paint pens for sure. So I do the shading or the blocking with the background and the color and the blending of the colors, and I'll do different shapes, and then I'll kind of just stay with it for a while, and whatever shapes jump out to me, most of the time they're creatures or monsters or robots.
Mm-hmm.
I just sketch that, and I work at that. And
are you working with some of those Creek markers?
Here, this is my stuff right here.
Yeah.
So just acrylic paint, and then outline. Sometimes I get the palette knife, smooth around, and then sometimes I paint for a couple days on one canvas, and then I paint over it completely and start anew.
How long does it take you to finish a painting?
1 or 2 sessions.
How long is a session?
So probably a couple hours. I just go for it, but you don't see all the paintings I don't paint, or I don't release. So I'll paint over it. Like this started as one piece, and then I painted over it two or three times, and then it became this.
So they're pretty thick.
So
pretty thick and layered.
Pretty heavy. Yeah, there's a lot of history.
That's the thing I really like is that history that lays behind the painting in terms of layers. And I've, even though you can't see them, in my mind they're still there.
Yeah.
And they're still speaking through those layers of paint.
Yeah.
It's almost like archaeology in that respect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so it's really interesting. I mean, because I'll put things, like in my own paintings, I'll put things in them and then deliberately wash over them. But I'll know they're there, and that area will have more significance than anything else in the painting.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you see the thing they just found on The Scream? Edward Munch's The Scream. They found a little note he wrote to himself. Only a madman can paint this.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
See,
perfect.
and that's what I'm talking about. That would be interesting. Is if we, I don't know what the proper name is for taking an X-ray of a painting,
Uh,
but it would be interesting to see. I'd love to see some of my paintings in that form
yeah,
because
right.
I've forgotten what's in
Yeah,
there.
like it's like looking through old photo albums.
Yeah, it's a fingerprint of how you work.
Yeah.
What works, what doesn't work, or what works in this painting doesn't work in that painting. It's cool.
So I guess once I have like a theme going, it takes me just a couple hours because I can feel its presence and I go for it. But actually, it might take me a couple times over. So
Mm-hmm.
What about the choice of the colors? I mean, because we got three pieces we're gonna look through. They're all really different as far as color choices.
Yeah.
yeah, I just keep blending and mixing different colors. I mix a lot of the different hues, the same
Mm-hmm.
color but different hues together,
Mm-hmm.
and add a touch of white, and then surprise myself with the color, and put it where I think it needs to be on the canvas, and kind of just balance it out depending upon how vibrant it is.
Well, the topic of this show is influences. I mean, I guess we should try to blend that in a
Oh,
little
sure.
bit. Blend that in a little bit. What I don't, man, I hate when we do this sometimes because I don't know how we take on influences because me and Ron have discussed this in the past. But
Uh-huh.
basically, everything you see is in your head. You can't erase it. It's kind of hard to get it out of there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when you say you have an influence, is someone you directly take on, or is it just
So
something that happened?
I mean, so my theory is that you're just born this way. Can we swear on here? Because
Yeah.
I'm trying. Okay,
Oh yeah.
you're born this way, and it's intrinsic. It's built within you, and then yeah, you perceive reality and you translate that back out in your own unique way. But there's plenty of people that I admire. I think Basquiat is pretty evident in my work because it's
Mm-hmm.
very automatic and textural, and I think some of it's kind of raw.
Uh-huh.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
But I'm more musical. It's always been music for me. I started painting in July last year. So I started playing guitar.
Wait. You started painting last July?
Yeah,
What did you do before that?
music.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
You played music?
so I'm in my music / paint studio right now. It used to just be a music room, but now 3/4 of it are painting supplies. It's just kind of taken over my life. Um, it's my new therapy. But yeah, I've been playing music since I was 13 and writing my own music since I was about 15.
And
So I record a lot.
what is your
I don't,
music style of choice? What do you play?
probably singer songwriter.
Okay.
Like going way back, it'd be Neil Young or more recent Elliott Smith, Iron and Wine, kind of sad boy music. Yeah.
So do you find it easier to name your influences musically as opposed to art?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
wow.
So I don't have. I'm learning. I just bought a book on Basquiat and I'm reading it, and he was an interesting dude, and he was a musician as well. Come to find out, in a band called Gray, and he played a prepared shopping cart, which is an interesting factoid. So do you know?
Prepared shopping cart?
Yeah, do you know John Cage, the
Yeah.
experimental?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had the prepared piano, right?
Uh-huh.
And he would set things on the strings, and it would
Yeah.
flatter.
Uh-huh.
He played a prepared shopping cart because he was influenced a lot by John Cage.
Whoa. I did not know that.
Yeah, it was kind of like jazzy experimental stuff. It's actually on Spotify. His music. It's pretty cool.
I knew he was in the Blondie Rapture video.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Blondie was his first buyer. She was the first person to buy
Oh, really?
from him. Yeah. That
Oh,
whole
way
New York
cool.
underground art scene.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and I know he dated Madonna, I guess, for a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he's
was
a pretty cool guy.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
you learn something every day.
yeah, and he's in
Wow.
the 27 Club too.
What's the 27 Club?
Uh-oh,
Also,
Ron.
famous people who die at the age of 27. Jimi
I did not
Hendrix,
know.
Kurt Cobain, Jim Morrison, to name a few.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That I did know. I did know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I made it past 27. I guess I'm not
You
that
did
good.
it. Oh,
I guess
you
I'm
had
not
your
that,
chance.
I guess I'm not that good.
Yeah, yeah. I missed it 3 times.
Yeah, yeah. I had my
And
chance to be great.
now I'm just moldy.
I passed on it. It's time to change the art. I'm going to change the art. You guys keep talking while I'm
I'm
going to change
afraid to
the
click
art.
that button because every time I did, it would shoot me out.
Well, this is odd because I haven't frozen yet, and so usually I've froze 4 or 5 times and emptied the beer in the green room. So, but yeah, I did not know that. That is really interesting to know that he was at heart a musician. So the art grew out of his music.
No, I think his music was secondary.
Really?
Yeah, no, I think that was, yeah, and his primary focus was art. He always painted and stuff, but he was really into jazz and hip hop, and he would listen to that music as he painted, and yeah.
So you're coming like 180 degrees. The music was your primary means of expression, and painting has kind of found its way in there into that.
Yeah, I just thought it was always something I couldn't do, and I stopped drinking for like 4 months to clear my head. I was drinking all the beer.
Yeah.
So about a month in, I got to paint. So I built myself a canvas and just went to town and painted seriously for the first time in my life, and ended up looking like something. And I just kept doing it, and then people started to notice, like, "Oh my God, that's really good." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah,
okay, cool, thanks."
Yeah, they're just so they're like open doors. You know, you can't help you. They're irresistible to walk into. Yeah, I mean it's cool in that way. I'm amazed that you just said I'm going to start making paintings just a few months ago, and
well, I think that you need the perfect trifecta to enact that: a traumatic childhood,
I got that.
crippling self-doubt, and a chemical dependency of some sort, and then you got it.
Are we by any chance brothers?
Yeah. So,
trifecta. Yes. That's the only race I've won.
That's. Ooh. I don't know where I sit in all of this. I'm trying to find where any of these.
You're the buffer.
Yeah.
Well,
you're the catalyst, buddy.
I'm just saying, I don't think of my childhood as being traumatic, other than the fact that.
No, I met your mother. That's not trauma, baby. That should be a general requirement.
I just think that and this is not to bring it to like this level, but the truth of it is just, I think growing up a black person in the turbulent times of the 70s, was enough, dude. I mean, I hated the entire world. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, as a child, I showed you that note from my mom that my mom sent me when I was 12. I knew right off the bat that I did not want to be a father. And I did not want to get married. I really wanted nothing to do with society. I just wanted to be dead.
And hasn't it all played out for you?
I lived past 27. It sucked. I was supposed to die. This is a mess. And then the thing that gets me the most when I look at your work, and you straight off the bat, is all the colors.
Yeah.
And the fact that you let your kids paint the garage wall.
Oh yeah, you saw that. Oh yeah.
Is that what's behind? Is that your garage wall that's behind you?
No, this is a painting, but I do have.
I saw it.
I paint on the wall too. It's like a messy mural.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
Yeah,
There's a lot of paint on this wall.
I saw you let the kids go. I saw it.
Oh yeah, I'm all about encouraging them, and I got them their own respirator mask today, so and a whole bunch more spray paint. So I work in an urgent care, and one of the doctors wants to commission me for a spray paint wall in her garage. So I've been practicing, and the kids are digging it. Yeah, it's really spray painting's fun, man.
They probably dug it more before the respirator.
Right.
Trying to get that trifecta going.
So my daughter is 6, and she was standing, at least 15 feet away while I was spraying. She's like, I like it. I like the way it smells. That's my kid.
No trifecta for you. Outside.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, man, the colors just blow me away, though. Like, I'm looking at the one we just put up right now, the yellow one, and it's just like,
oh, yeah.
It's like bam, right in your face, all the color. And then, once you can get through the color, you get to all the little scenery in there, like Ron was saying. You get to look at all the little rest stops.
Yeah.
Where are the paintings? I don't see them.
There's a green tab on the right.
You got to pull it out, Ron.
Oh, jeez. Well.
Yeah, but I'm afraid. Here, I'll try it again, but you might kick me out.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, Ron got it. All right.
All right.
Oh, he got kicked out. Oh, no.
What happened? I kicked out? He did.
No, he froze.
Oh, damn it. And it's because I did that?
No, he did it himself. He did it to himself. He's coming back.
Okay.
He'll be right back. But there you can see it on the side. You see the yellow one now? I'm figuring out how to do this stuff now, finally.
What's that? Are you talking about the little...
Yeah, I'm not going to fucking touch that thing again.
Yeah.
All right. But you can't see the art that's up now, though, right?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can't touch the little green tab and pull it out?
I can, but every time I do, it kicks me out.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I want you to... This is going to sound crazy, but I really do want you to pull it out again.
Okay.
Sounds like another show.
Take a shot.
Well, and he had to leave the room again. I'm going to tell him not to touch it. Oh. That's a different show altogether right there, too. Don't touch it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, jeez. Time travel.
All right. No,
one more time. No.
Don't touch that tab.
So, yeah.
I can see it now, so I don't care what happens to anybody else. I'm happy.
Okay.
Anyway.
That one's Patina and Slugsley. I got into Ashton Gallery with that one. You guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Although Ron froze.
I did?
I'm
looking. I'm looking.
So the robot there on the left, that's actually a pizza box unfolded and matted to the canvas.
Oh!
I wanted to talk about that because when I started looking closer at the works, I couldn't make out whether you painted textures or you applied, so these are more like collages.
Yeah, so that was the mixed media show so many months ago. I think October. And then just painted over it. It looked like a robot to me, and I gave her kind of she ended up having a patina finish. So
you know how crazy that was driving me. I was looking at the texture on that thing going, my God, how does he do that?
It's a pizza box.
I have to admit, at first I thought I was like, but I kind of thought it was attached. It's like, there's something attached, right? And
I cheated.
No, that's not cheating. It's called art, man. It's called art. It's not.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Art is
subjective.
You gotta give it away. Don't give it away. Don't give away the secrets.
Oh, really?
All right.
There's secrets? Jeez, is that my problem? I didn't know I was supposed to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. So what made you think to even attach the pizza box to it? What made you think, hey, this is viable. I'm just going to attach this box to this painting?
It just looked like fun. It looked like a robot. I was going to throw it away. And I'm like, no, I'm going to paint this. I think I had seen something of a mixed media piece, and I'm like, I want to give that a shot.
So so there is the influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we're doing it. Right. Yeah. I don't know if the Call to Artist came first from Ashton Gallery, or I think I saw the pizza box first, and I kept it aside for a couple of weeks, and then I saw the Call to Artist for a mixed media thing. I'm like, oh, let's mat this up here and call it a robot and put it together.
All right. And so, do you have the titles before when you finish? Do you have a title? Hang on just a second. Ron froze. I think I gotta let him know.
He's just not moving. Are you
No,
frozen?
he's actually frozen.
He's actually frozen this time.
Oh,
there he goes. He'll
coming
be back.
Yeah.
Don't touch the green tab.
Stay off the drugs, Ron. 2 out of 3 for the day. 2 out of 3. Never run all 3 at one time. Where is he? Come on. Anyway, yeah. So it's good that you saw it because so there is an influence. You saw someone else had done something where they had.
Yeah. And I thought it'd be fun to incorporate that.
Do you feel it worked?
Yeah, I'm satisfied with the outcome.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really fun to paint, and I get a lot of good feedback from it. I got it hanging in my dining room, and everybody who comes in like, whoa, I feel like I'm on acid. Thanks.
Don't touch the green tab. Whoa, did we lose Ron forever? Maybe. No, man, look, I am blown away by your work. I'm more blown away when you say I just started painting in July. Is that what you said, July?
Like I said, that magical trifecta.
So how many paintings have you done since July then?
Like completed that I'm proud of that I'll post on Instagram.
No, whatever. Just it doesn't really matter. I don't look at posting on Instagram as like a piece of artwork because that's not what I've been doing. So
then like 30 to 40.
Okay. Wow, you've been busy.
Yeah, I can't stop.
Are these all on canvas or just on walls or on other?
They are mostly on canvas.
All right. So you have the intention of showing them somewhere at some point.
Whoa.
I found Ron.
Yeah, here's Ron. He's back.
Picked up a rock. Man, we lost the internet connection.
Yeah. We had like the best conversation ever.
You know what?
No, we talked all about your influences.
Oh, yeah. Man, 162 of them. Yeah. Sorry, man. I was actually talking about to myself about your work, so I had a good conversation, spoke honestly about your work, and but to deaf ears.
Well, we're here now. Go ahead. What you got to say?
No, man, I can't see anything anymore.
Oh, goodness, Lord.
So, music is your influence. Do you listen to your own music when you play?
No.
No?
No. Sometimes, well, no. But my brother wrote an album last year, and we play similar genres. I'll listen to that multiple times in a row.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm on the spectrum because I will listen to the same album as I paint for hours over and over and over and over again. And just sing along.
Who's your brother?
Billy Ennis Leonard. He's on Spotify. Yeah,
okay.
He plays like singer-songwriter stuff. And that the album he wrote, it's called Lavender and Crowfeather. It's all about our childhood mostly, and a couple about his past relationships. It's really heavy. There's a buddy at work, and I'm always giving him music suggestions. And I told him to listen to my brother Billy's album, and he's like, "What'd you do to me? Like, god damn." Like, that was too heavy. So, yeah. It's good, though. It's really good.
No, man, it needs to have some heavy. Heavy is good. I mean, when you look at this painting right here, the one we're looking at right now, the yellow one, do you think of it as heavy?
I think of it as intense.
It is, at that.
But I think also it's wacky, wild, eccentric, fun, and light. It's just, I feel like it's approachable. Like anybody could look at that and go, "Well, that's silly," you know. It's just like that's cool. Nobody's really looked at it and gone, "What is it?" You know.
I told you that was the way I expressed it. It's like an open door. It was an invitation more than anything else. And if your whole life is the way you've expressed it, this darker world, and this is just the other end of that tunnel.
Yeah, it's almost me like accepting my demons and monsters and just making friends with them.
Oh boy. Is there a story inside the painting or just the items themselves?
I don't know. No,
Not for
I
you?
think it is. It is what it is. And
Does it generate a narrative for you in your head? I mean, is there something going on? I mean, sorry, that's not the way I meant it.
That's for another. That's another show.
That's just slamming the refrigerator door on you. No fucking cookies in there.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry.
Well,
whoever's listening.
I only asked that because you said you always have a title when you get done. And so my mind says, well, if there's a title, then there must have been something to generate that title.
Well, I do. I work on the title. I spend time with it.
Do you think about it?
I'm looking at this painting here, I named the two figures, like the two prominent figures.
Uh-huh.
And the robot had a patina finish, so she's patina. And then I thought Slugsley would have been a cute name for the slug. And I don't know, maybe they're, part of my personality. They look happy on the canvas.
They almost sound like, in part, they sound like cartoons.
Yeah.
I mean, it has that kind of, inviteness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely absolutely cartoony.
Yeah.
Because when I look at what would be, I guess that's Slugsley. Is that what you call him? I mean, Slugsley is completely like animated.
Yeah.
The whole smile, the whole eyes, all of it. It's like,
and he's a little off.
Like it's almost like SpongeBob,
Sure.
The whole thing just too damn happy.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is ridiculous. You can't be this fucking happy.
Yeah. It's almost like subversive how happy he is. It's like, you can't be that happy. Nobody's allowed.
Okay.
So maybe that's the narrative. It's like everybody expects you to be this happy-go-lucky fucking guy, and you're like, you want to see happy? Here you go. Yeah, this is me happy. You want to see me happy again? I didn't think so.
Yeah, that was the scary Lucy Arnaz look.
All right, I'm going to change the painting. I'm going to change the next painting because the next painting,
which we can't see.
No, well, you can't see it.
I mean, if I do that, I'm a dead man.
All right, well, hang on. I'm going to change the painting. Then everyone should go look and see what it is, and then come back.
And we'll see you on the other side.
We're broadcasting from the Philippines today.
Do you have your phone? Maybe you can look it up.
No, I'm going to look at your stuff on the phone because that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go and see it because they were good to see.
Cool.
Okay, I got to put this one in here. Hang on, I got to shrink it because it's huge.
There you are. And I love these paintings.
Thanks.
Okay, there's Slugsley. Now it's got a name. Which one are you going to show, Ted? How about, have you ever looked at Dubuffet? No?
Well, Dubuffet?
Uh-huh.
No.
You should look at him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll get I think you'll get a chuckle out of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. He's an
because
artist.
that was the first thing I saw with that blue and orange. It's blue and orange and green. Well, it feels like green in there, but it's really blue and white dots and little shapes and connecting rods to these little shapes. Oh, you called it the area of view, the Susian metropolis.
Yeah, I think I chose that one to share just so I could say the title.
Sorry.
I'm proud of that.
Wait,
No,
I was frozen. Go ahead.
So wait. Once again, what's the title of this piece we're looking at right now?
Aerial view of the Susian metropolis.
Okay.
That rolls off your. That's
Can you see it?
music.
Can you see it?
You know what? I'm almost beginning to believe that the paintings are beautiful, but I think the titles are more important.
Right on. I think it does breathe life into it for sure.
Yeah.
It's like you see the painting and then you see the title and you're like, oh, it's actually titled. It's not just Transcendent number 23. No offense if that's one of your titles.
Well, wait a second. That was
Sorry.
that was going to be the title of my next painting. Thank you. Now I feel like
You're
shit.
welcome. There you go.
Yeah. Now everybody knows I'm a dick.
That's why I kept the kids away.
Thank you. Well, I try to keep away from my grandchildren all the time, as much as possible, just to save them the torment. But what was I going to say? Yeah, this is an interesting thing because the titles are really, and those narratives, the narratives never align. The narrative is always in my head. And things escape. They're like slightly like miniature psychotic breaks, and they come out of my temple, and then I have to draw that. I have to draw that thing, you know.
Okay.
And but really, what's happening is on the back of the painting, I'm writing the whole time. A thought will come into my head and I'll write it, or a series of words will come into my head and I'll write them, or a poem. A poem. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Where'd you see
like
that?
A fish on the back.
Yeah.
And then you wrote a whole bunch of Albert Camus around the border there.
Yeah. Well, that was the essence of that kind of narrative. Those were the things. See, like I'm influenced by literature.
Okay.
So my works are, it's those people I read, the things that I'm, reading, but it's never been, I have painters that I like to look at, but my influences have always been literary influences. Yeah. So I think like that, it always has a story rolling in my head, and it's not, it's not contiguous. It's like I said, those psychotic eruptions, and
they're beautiful. That's why I paid money for it.
Well, my psychiatrist is gonna thank you.
That is working for you.
That's all you needed to hear.
That's right.
I gotta leave for just a second. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, we'll keep the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of dialogue in your piece there.
Well, there's literal dialogue, and then there's
figurative.
Yeah. I mean, I've always thought about that, when making a painting, and I think that's one of the things that is intriguing about your work is the fact that you can feel something there, and it leaves you. I mean, there's enough. How do I put this when I look at this? They're so playful that you can't help but kind of, like Ted said, animate the whole thing when you're looking at it. So, but I'm looking at this one, found, I love it. You're playing with, word uses, found abjects, to, girl with cat.
Yeah.
I mean, the titles in and of themselves are like, up dog, I mean, they're totally off the realm of what this painting is. So it's not a disconnect, but like I said, it's like a cylinder with a light at one end and then this howling face at the other end.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Man,
the cylinder theory.
You work a lot, man. You do a lot of work. I love this one, the sunshine one.
Oh yeah, that's my wife's. My wife's name is Solana, and it means sunshine. So that's her. That was my first one.
That is your first painting?
Yeah, and that belongs to the wife. She calls it stabby.
It does. I was just going to say, man, it's got that. There's that little bit of Picasso-ish in it. That's that kind of Spanish flavor of the light, but it's being invaded by these streaks, those red streaks of just that of blood, and I mean, there's a veneer behind it. Is that sunshine, and in front of it is this I don't know, this morbidity that runs through it. That runs in front of it as a screen.
Yeah. I had a lot to get out at that point.
So, hey.
Was that, you all right? I had someone picking something up, but I had to run to out front, all the way out front. You know, my
Amazon.
I'm running down the steps and out front and up some steps and then, across the street and back across the street, down the steps and back up the steps. And
all right.
Take your breath.
Yeah. Hey, so the title of this piece, once again, I'm sorry.
Oh, Aerial View of a Susian Metropolis.
See, now with that in mind, it reminded me of Mondrian's Broadway Boogie Woogie. When I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this looks just like another piece of art that I know well, that I've seen many times, actually.
Cool.
Which one? In New York. Piet Mondrian, he has a piece called Broadway Boogie Woogie.
I was still looking at Sunshine.
You see what the piece I'm looking at? I don't know. What's Sunshine? What's that all about?
It's an awesome painting. Okay. You got to see it. Okay. I mean,
but you know the piece I'm talking about? Broadway Boogie Woogie?
This guy? Can you see it?
Yeah, that one. Exactly. That's the piece.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's like an area of New York from that.
Hey, wait a second. And you didn't look at Mondrian?
Who? I didn't?
No. Me? No, yeah, Dante.
Yeah, like I said, I'm learning. I'm just getting into this stuff.
But you never saw a Mondrian.
I don't think so.
That's just weird because what, I was looking at your work, and you know what it's like in some ways? It's like looking at an art history book done in an alternate universe of paintings these famous people would have painted. Like I looked at this one, the sunshine. It feels like a Picasso, like almost in the Guernica phase, and then you've got the Mondrian or du Buffet, which I looked at, and then the Basquiat. I mean, it's the coolest thing that I think I've ever seen. You got this Duchamp that's sitting here that's called Moonless Rooms.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so Duchampian. I'm just looking at it going, holy shit, that brown color, you would have seen that in his work when he was making his ready-mades.
Okay, so with that in mind, did you never look at art before? I mean, surely you have some kind of...
So I just wasn't... So you know that friend that tries that beer? Oh, I had a great beer this weekend. What was it? I don't know. That was me with art. Yeah. So I would categorize films and music, and art I would just almost passively look at it like, oh, that's cool. But I couldn't relate to it because I felt like I can't do that. So I don't know. So, but now I'm taking it in and I'm starting to pay attention. Piet Mondrian, no, I do know. The red, yellow, black. This one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. So I wasn't hearing you say his name right. I thought you said P.F. Mondrian. But yeah, got it. So I'd seen that before.
I mean, I got one right here. It calls Vintage 80T. This is so awesome. I'm going, this is something that Andy Warhol never thought about making,
Oh,
but it was there. You know,
yeah.
all the pieces, the colors, the actual compositions.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like a reduced Warhol portrait. That's what it looks like, broken
Right on.
down into its elements.
Cool.
Uh,
Yeah, I gave that one to my neighbor.
Okay,
Hanging in the kitchen.
do you think about pieces before you do them, or do you just act?
I just go for it. Yeah, it's automatic. I usually just
I
start
wish I
with
could paint like
a
that.
fun color.
I wish I could paint like that. Jesus.
You know,
Hang out.
yeah, man.
That is
like
just crazed. Oh my
Well-
God. I can't believe it, man.
Well, I know my work is so outside of that realm. I mean, like I'm not gonna say I meticulously plan.
Uh-huh.
I generally sketch things out in advance because I kind of like to know what they're gonna. I kind of like to know they're gonna work before I get finished.
Okay.
As opposed to painting, when you're working with ink, you don't get to take it back, and you don't get to cover it up. Once it's on there, it's there, and it's
Yeah.
you're not going over unless you go over it with white paint and paint the whole thing over again.
Right.
So I don't, it's not like, I'm not gonna say it's a luxury as much as the way I do work, I kind of like to know what I'm doing. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I want to know what I'm doing. I may not know how it's going to look when it's finished,
Yeah.
but at least I kind of know the floor plan. It's like, okay, we're going to build this house. We know where the studs need to go.
Right. I was gonna say you sound more like an engineer approach. You're like you just kind of map it out.
Well, yeah, kind of. Like I said, you find it as you do it, but you kind of have the guidelines.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You have the guidelines, and then it's just a matter of execution. And execution changes all the time. I'm working on a piece right now that I've been struggling with, mainly because I've been afraid.
Okay.
I'm not going to say a lot. I've been afraid. It's like, dude, you're gonna because so far everything's been good.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you're gonna fuck this thing up.
I know that fear is real, and once people started paying attention, I started having a hard time. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and almost like my next Instagram post, people are going to expect a Dante piece. And I had just been painting to paint for fun. I had no expectations of it going anywhere. And I would have never submitted a piece to a gallery unless other people were like, hey, that's really cool. I like that. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that fear is real.
Do you feel pressure?
So you didn't have any fear before. You have fear now.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And now, well, I just did my first commission. My buddy at work, he wanted an abstract black and white silhouette of a couple. And I'm like, okay, that's not really what I do, but I can try. And ended up, I went through 3 canvases, and those things aren't cheap,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But yeah, I'm constantly challenging myself.
Do you have any pictures of those?
I saw that one, the couple.
You saw them?
Yeah, well, it's on his Instagram.
Yeah.
They are on here?
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah. I think it's one of the newer posts. Or it
Yeah.
should be. It's this guy. Which they're both nurses, so I gave him a little hot wave at the top.
See, you want to say Picasso-esque. That is Picasso-esque.
Cool. Yeah, it took me a while.
It's like you broke down the figures to the simplest possible forms and gave them the meaning
Right.
of being a couple.
So I know they were happy when they got, man, look at that. Now, is this done on This is done on a wall? Is this done on plaster?
No.
What is it?
It's acrylic. I used a paint pen though.
Looks like you engouged a wall of plaster and made this.
It's black and white, and then I used a trowel that you would use for plaster. So that's probably why it gets.
That's why it looks like plaster.
My grandpa was a plasterer, so it's in my blood.
So this was just your entire familial history coming out and
coming to fruition. They're coming.
Sorry, I don't know what silhouettes are. sir, I don't know what silhouettes are, sir, but this is as close as I can get. Wow. I really looked at that and I was going, man, that is different, but it is weirdly attractive.
Thanks. I wasn't sure what to think of it because it's totally outside of my realm. Usually it's vivid, colorful, and ridiculous, absurd creatures.
No, perfectly. When I saw it with your stuff, because in your caption you write, this is completely outside of what I normally do. I knew it. I looked at it and went, this is completely outside of what he's normally been doing.
Yeah.
But it worked really well.
Man, that's cool.
Hey, man, I research, man.
Yeah, you
like,
do.
Like I said, I saw the kids painting the garage wall. I was like, oh, my God, he let those kids go. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Be careful here. Now they have aspirators. They're going to be painting. They'll be down to the train tracks, painting on the sides of railroad tracks.
That's
right. You haven't lived until you painted a train, man. I'm telling you right now. Once you do that, you're like, oh my God, I can do this? Because it is like large scale. Really large scale.
Have you done that?
Once.
Yeah,
you painted a train?
Yeah, it was scary as fuck, though. I mean, it was like the middle of the night. You know, you're talking. It was like 3 a.m. We're running around. It's cold.
Yeah.
You got spray paint cans, and you're asking your buddies, can you borrow their can? You got this other blue over here. You know, you're borrowing stuff, and then you're running. You don't give a fuck. You leave everything behind, and you just go.
I was just watching videos earlier of people getting busted. Spray painting. It was pretty funny. Like, hey, what the f*** are you doing? Yeah.
All right. Just as long as you know what you turned your kids on for.
They'll be 18 soon. Soon enough.
What does your family think of all the painting now? Since you took it up since July.
Yeah, they're my biggest support, especially my wife. They do nothing but encourage me, and they'll be honest. They'll be like, "Hey, I'm not sure about this piece." Hello, boy.
Oh man.
Oh no.
He doesn't want to meet you. Sorry.
Oh man, that was getting good.
I can't believe he's never seen a Piet Mondrian. That's just no way. Because
no, I can't believe he's just painting in seven.
Because that so looks like one of his pieces. Yeah. I looked at it, I was like, dude, this is so much like a Mondrian.
We were talking about you.
Oh no,
we were looking for more. But yeah, I don't know. I'm lost in thought right now.
I'm not. He's back. Dante's back. Yes.
Yeah, where were you? Where were we going on that one? That was what were we talking about? I forgot.
Well, he was going to bring the puppy in. He was going to bring the puppy in, but
okay. To say hi, you just pushed against my leg and ran away. Yeah. Yep.
Well, man, Dante, we're at the end of our hour.
That went quick, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, really.
It's not a test. We're just having a conversation.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And we all love art, so talking about art is not like it's not taxing.
Yeah.
It feels weird talking about me the whole time, but
we're talking about you doing art, right?
I know that's like the thing.
I would love to watch you paint.
Yeah, come over anytime. I'm off 4 days a week. I do 3/12s. I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday.
Do you paint during the days you're off? You paint all those days? Do you paint every one of those days?
No, I'll take breaks.
Okay.
I'll take like a week off and let it build.
Mm-hmm. Then, because since you're working so quickly, I mean, like you said, you do them in two 2-hour sessions. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a buddy who's pretty meticulous about his work, and he does hard edging and stuff like that. And, he looks at me and he's like, "How do you paint like that?" He's too OCD. I feel like my cheeks are really red. Is that the lighting? I put blush on. I put blush on for this production.
Hey, then you got a makeup artist in the green room, huh? In yours?
I get touched up real quick.
I wish we could have been more professional since you seem to be professional about this whole thing. I just want to say, hey Dante, thank you for coming on, man. And
That was
This
great.
was great.
your work is awesome. That's all I want to say.
I mean, it opened up my eyes to look at your work, and now I'm in total amazement. I'm in awe right now.
Cool.
I can't believe that you've just started doing this, and this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what it is? I'm blushing. I think that's you guys are just you're so positive. I'm super motivated right now to go make something. This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me. You guys are super cool. I want to hang out with you guys.
I do too.
Outside of TV land.
Yeah, me too.
I'm all safe. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, you already vaccinated?
Yeah, I'm a nurse.
Yeah, dude, I'm not vaccinated. Who knows? They're never gonna get to me, man. That way, this thing is working. They're probably waiting on me to be dead. Which why won't he just die so we can get going with this? But whatever.
They still got it. They're trying to kill me.
It's too late now. You're past 27. Now you have to live to be 100. You're like,
too
what?
late. Yep. Like I said,
maybe you can be part of the 127 club.
Yes.
Old shits nobody cares about.
Exactly. But yeah, man. Dante, with your work, it's hard not to be positive. It's so
That's really on you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you have so many like alleys that you can go down with your work, and each one you kind of look. You're like the road guard or the crossing guard, and you look at us and look down that alley and go, well, I don't know what's down there. Why don't you go find out?
Yeah. You know. Hey, no, before we go though, hold on a second. There's one aspect I want. Did you not get any technical knowledge about what you were going to be doing with the paint itself before you started? I mean, because I worked with acrylics before I worked with ink. I used to work with paint. And I know that there's, elements you have to put into the paint, like gesso on the canvas, and there's, whether you're going to put like some gloss medium or some matte medium in your paint, how you're going to stretch your paint out, how you're going to mix the colors, what type of colors you're going to make work, which paint brands are you even going to choose? Yeah. Did you not research any of that beforehand?
No, I'm a quick learner. And actually, my first painting there that I made the canvas, I actually got Canva paper. So I thought I was ordering canvas offline, and it came and it was like thick fucking construction paper.
Right.
And that was a pain in the ass, but yeah.
Did you use it?
It's there. That first painting there, Sunshine. It's on canvas paper, and I almost just got rid of it, but yeah, I don't know. It just ended up, but yeah, I'm learning as I go.
Yeah, no, I'm just stoked then that that's what you do. If this has just been born, this is a newborn, and what you can do with it is kind of incredible. To go from, is this flower the first one, the spray paint flower?
That's my first attempt at spray painting, yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just seems to take on a life of its own.
Yeah.
and those are sick, man. I'd love to see them on walls. When every day somebody commissions you to do one of your... In fact, wait a second. You should come over to my school and we'll do my wall in my court. I mean, before we have to go back, you're free. I'm kind of free, but I go to school to do my Zoom meetings because it just feels familiar and it's my studio.
I'm up for anything.
Yeah, man, if I could get a wall like that I've got all kinds of weird house paints and stuff. We could think about this one.
Sure.
Let me see if I can work this one out.
All right. Cool.
Dish. And then I retire and the kids get to be greeted in the morning by tethered portrait of a potato woman entangled within the vortex of
unrequited love.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm proud of that one.
That would be tremendous for the kids to have to encounter on a daily basis. And then you could put a little note down there. Love art. Art is fun.
Yeah, right.
That's nice.
Cool. All right, guys. We're going
All
to wrap
right.
this up. Hey,
All right, my
once
friends.
again, Dante, thank you. Ron, I'll be
Thank
in
you.
touch. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
And this is Unsellable Beta for everyone out there.
All
Thank you
right.
once again for watching.
And
Thank
you
you,
have
guys.
my email, so we
Yeah.
we could talk.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds great, man.
Okay.
All right, guys.
All
All
right,
right.
guys.
Later.
Thank you. Bye.